In the heart of India, there stands a structure that leaves millions of people breathless from the very first moment they behold it. A mausoleum of white marble, so beautiful it seems, created from a dream rather than by human hands. Under the light of dawn, it carries a rosy pink hue. When twilight falls, the entire building is bathed in an ethereal golden-orange glow. And on moonlit nights, the Taj Mahal seems to glow amidst the darkness. But behind that beauty is a tragic story. A powerful emperor lost the woman he loved most. A majestic empire was swept into war and betrayal. And a structure was built not just with precious stones, gold, and silver, but also with pain, obsession, and tears.
If you had enough power to build something for the person you loved, how far would you go? Today, we will step inside the Taj Mahal, the structure known as the greatest symbol of love in human history.
In the early 17th century, India was ruled by the Mughal Empire, one of the richest and most powerful empires in the world at the time. It was an era when gold, jewels, and power seemed to gather entirely in this land. Massive palaces covered in intricate patterns stretched beneath the scorching eastern sun. Royal gardens carried the scent of jasmine and Persian roses. War elephants clad in silver armor marched beneath the thunder of battle drums. And inside grand halls coated in gold, lavish banquets could last throughout the entire night under blazing torchlight. But behind all that splendor was a world filled with conspiracy and blood. In the Mughal Empire, the throne never belonged to kindness. Princes born into luxury were taught from childhood that they had only two choices: become the strongest, or be erased by their own family. Battles for power happened constantly. Brothers betrayed one another. Sons turned against their fathers. And many times, a single wrong decision was enough to wipe an entire bloodline from history.
In a place filled with ambition and betrayal, do you think true love can really exist?
Amid that vast empire, there was a young prince named Khurram, the man who would later become the famous emperor known as Shah Jahan. Khurram grew up surrounded by the luxury of the Mughal royal family. From an early age, he was trained in the arts of war, horseback riding, archery, military leadership, and the responsibilities of becoming a future ruler. He was intelligent, cold, and ambitious. In the eyes of the royal court, Khurram was the perfect image of a future Mughal emperor. But beneath the exterior of a powerful prince, he was still a man capable of falling in love. At the age of 15, during a visit to the royal marketplace in Agra, Khurram met a young woman named Arjumand Banu Begum, the woman history would later remember as Mumtaz Mahal. Legend says that the moment he first saw her, Khurram was completely stunned. Amid the dazzling silks, precious stones, music, and noisy merchants, the eyes of that young woman made everything around him disappear. It was not royal beauty or noble status that captured him, but the rare gentleness in her gaze. People say Khurram stood there for a very long time, doing nothing but looking at her. And perhaps from that very moment, the destiny of Taj Mahal had already begun. The two quickly became engaged. But because of the strict rules of the royal family, they had to wait years before they could officially marry. During that time, Khurram was still required to enter political marriages with other women to serve the interests of the empire. That was the cold reality of the Mughal royal court. Sometimes love mattered less than power, and yet, no matter how many concubines entered the imperial harem, Mumtaz Mahal remained the most special woman in Khurram's life. After their marriage, she became far more than an empress. She was his soulmate, his closest advisor, and the only person Shah Jahan truly trusted. Mumtaz Mahal followed him even onto battlefields, standing beside him through long military campaigns, political conspiracies, and bloody wars fought for the throne. People often said that Shah Jahan loved Mumtaz Mahal almost obsessively. In a world where everything could be betrayed, she was the only thing that gave him peace. Mumtaz Mahal was not only an empress, she was also Shah Jahan's closest companion. She followed him to battlefields, joined him on long military campaigns, and remained beside him during the most important moments of his life. But in 1631, while accompanying Shah Jahan during a military campaign in the Deccan region, Mumtaz Mahal gave birth to their 14th child. The labor lasted for many painful hours, and then she died at the age of 38. Her death completely shattered Shah Jahan. It is said that he locked himself away for days, refusing to attend court or see anyone. And when he finally appeared again, his hair had noticeably turned grey. It was within that grief that Shah Jahan made a decision that would change history forever. He wanted to build Mumtaz Mahal, the most beautiful tomb the world had ever seen, a monument grand enough to ensure that their love would never be forgotten.
Can a monument truly make someone immortal in the memory of the world?
In 1632, the construction of Taj Mahal officially began along the banks of the Yamuna River in the city of Agra. More than 20,000 artisans in craftsmen from across Asia were brought together to build the monument. White marble was transported from Rajasthan, jade came from China, lapis lazuli was brought from Afghanistan, and thousands of elephants were used to haul materials for many years. Taj Mahal was designed with almost perfect symmetry. From the grand entrance gate, the gardens, and reflecting pools to the four towering minarets, everything was balanced with astonishing precision. But the most remarkable feature of the monument was its color. Taj Mahal changes appearance depending on the light of the day, soft pink at sunrise, pure white under daylight, and glowing gold as the sun sets. Many people say Taj Mahal does not feel like a tomb, but something beyond the human world itself.
If you could see one world wonder with your own eyes, where would you go first?
The more famous Taj Mahal became, the more it was surrounded by mysterious and terrifying stories, because sometimes people simply cannot believe that something so beautiful could have been created by love alone. And perhaps that is why, for centuries, Taj Mahal has always been accompanied by dark legends. The most famous of them all is the story of the builders. According to legend, after the Taj Mahal was completed, Shah Jahan ordered the hands of the craftsmen to be cut off or their eyes blinded to ensure that no one in the world would ever create another masterpiece equal to it. That story spread for generations, turning Taj Mahal into not only a symbol of love, but also a symbol of obsession and absolute power. To this day, no reliable historical records confirm that the craftsmen were actually mutilated. Many historians believe the tale is simply a myth that grew over time. But the reason the story continues to survive is because it feels so believable in the context of ancient empires. Throughout history, many wonders of the world were built with sweat, blood, and the sacrifice of thousands of lives. Kings who sought immortality through monuments were often willing to pay any price. And Taj Mahal seems to carry that feeling as well. Not only beautiful, but cold. Not only romantic, but strangely sorrowful. Many visitors have said that standing inside Taj Mahal feels different, as if the silence there is not ordinary silence, but the frozen memory of an enormous grief. But the greatest mystery surrounding Taj Mahal does not end there. For years, explorers and historians whispered about a monument that was never completed, the Black Taj Mahal. According to legend, Shah Jahan once planned to build a second mausoleum made entirely of black marble across the Yamuna River. If the white Taj Mahal was meant for Mumtaz Mahal, then the black one would have been built for himself after death. The two monuments, one white, one black, would reflect across the water, connected by a massive bridge between them, one symbolizing love, the other symbolizing death. The idea sounds almost mythical, yet many believe Shah Jahan truly intended to create it. Dark-colored ruins discovered across the river once fueled the theory and made the legend incredibly famous. However, many modern archaeologists believe those remains were simply stones darkened by age, rather than the foundation of a black Taj Mahal. Whatever the truth may be, the story only makes Taj Mahal feel even more mysterious. Because for Shah Jahan, it seemed that even a monument as magnificent as Taj Mahal was still not enough to heal the pain of losing the person he loved most. As Taj Mahal neared completion, the Mughal Empire began to sink into a brutal war for the throne. Shah Jahan's son Aurangzeb launched a coup, defeated his brothers, and seized power for himself. And Shah Jahan, the man who had once ruled the most powerful empire in India, was imprisoned inside Agra Fort. From a small room within the fortress, he could see the Taj Mahal in the distance every single day, the resting place of the woman he loved most. For the final 8 years of his life, Shah Jahan lived in loneliness until his death in 1666. He was buried beside Mumtaz Mahal, inside the Taj Mahal itself. What makes the story even more haunting is that Mumtaz Mahal's tomb lies perfectly at the center of the mausoleum, while Shah Jahan's tomb rests slightly to one side, the only asymmetrical detail in the entire monument. Today, Taj Mahal stands as one of the 7 wonders of the modern world and the most iconic symbol of India. Every year, millions of visitors from around the globe travel there to witness the legendary monument with their own eyes. And yet, time is slowly leaving its mark. Air pollution has begun turning the white marble yellow. The drying of the Yamuna River threatens the monument's foundations, and the overwhelming number of tourists places enormous pressure on the centuries-old structure. Even so, Taj Mahal still stands there silent and mysterious, just as it has for nearly 4 centuries. Taj Mahal is more than a tomb. It is a story about love, loss, power, and human loneliness. A powerful emperor tried to turn his grief into something immortal, and somehow he succeeded. For nearly 400 years, Taj Mahal has continued to leave millions of people speechless when standing before it, not only because of its perfect beauty, but because anyone can feel the emotions buried deep within every block of white marble. A monument built for the dead, yet destined to live forever through time.
And what about you? Do you see Taj Mahal as a symbol of eternal love, or as the proof of a tragedy the world can never forget?